it's Marie Faustin. Let's talk about hooking up with somebody at their mom's house. Everyone goes through a phase. You got like the bad boy phase, the nerd phase, light-skinned guy with freckles phase. Honey, have you ever met a black man with freckles? It's magic. I recognize that and I appreciate that. And if you don't, you're a bad person. And I met this guy where I meet all my guys. Church, youth group. I'm kidding. I met him at the club in my little booty shorts. They were like denim panties, you know, real classy. Sexy. Anyway, whatever, look. I met this dude, we exchanged numbers. We're texting back and forth. He was like, I always please my women. Okay, what that mean? You pay for all the dinners? Every time they come to my house, they leave satisfied. I'm really good at giving head. Says every man in the world. Listen, I'm blaming some of you ladies because y'all be lying. Stop faking it in the bedroom because these men don't know that they're trash. I'm a comedian, not an actress. I'm not faking it in the bedroom with them. But he just kept bringing it up. My face is the greatest chair in the world. You know what? My legs are tired. I'm weary. I would love to sit on your face. Thank you so much for the chair. Somebody offers something, you take that gift. But when we were talking, he would always say, my PJ's this, my PJ's that. Oh, this dude wears a lot of pajamas. Sure, send me your address. I go to the address. Oh, this is the projects. PJs, white people, means projects. You know, I came all this way. My legs, they so tired. I need to have a seat. I go upstairs. You know, it's a projects. Bars on the windows, roaches playing soccer in the hallway. Legit, the roaches were playing bones. Making fun of me because I don't know how to play spades and I'm a black woman. I get to this dude's house. He lives with his mom. His mom wasn't there. She's out there making money for her raggedy ass, dusty ass chair as a face son. The chair, not that comfortable, sis. Coming into it, I was like, okay, well, we'll see what. And then it was nothing. I came all the way to the projects. I thought you was gonna put in some work. At one point, he's on top of me. Something fell out of his nose and went into my throat. I immediately start choking. Gasping for breath. He was like, haha, my dick, this long stroke is in your throat and making you choke. I push him off me, trying to breathe, dry tears on my face. My hair is all, you know, the bow was to the side. We hear the door and he's like, oh, my mom's here. You have to go. You gotta get out of here. What? It's early, like your mother had a half day today, summer Thursday? Do you know how many transfers I took a bus to a train. You're right, I'm not supposed to be here. This is gross, you nasty, and the chair was very uncomfortable. Not sure how many project connoisseurs or sommeliers are watching this right now, but there are no back doors in the projects. He was like, you stay here, I'm gonna go distract her. I hear him like, Mom, hey, Mom. If I was his mom, I would come into his room immediately and think he was like, I don't know, making meth. We sneak out of the apartment. My pants are on inside out. My bra is not on my body. And I'm back in the hallway with the roaches. Well, I should just leave, but I gotta get my bra. This is my favorite bra. It made me look like Pamela Anderson. I knock on the door. He comes to the door and he's like, hey, so good to see you. It's been so long. Real overacting. Tyler Perry presents. Hey, Ma, this is my friend from the community college. Community college? I went to a university. Sir, do you know how much debt I'm in? It's not community college debt. That's not what Sally Mae is calling me for. Anyway, then his mom was like, she's just getting here. His mom is looking at me and I like extend my hand out to like shake her hand and she won't shake my hand. I probably had jizz in my hand when I went to shake it. She like cuts her eyes to the side a little bit and my purse is on the counter. You know, I get myself together. So I was like, oh, I got the same purse. We waited for her to like go take a shower or lay down or whatever, like pray for her dusty ass son. I finally hear her go into the bathroom. I was like, I need my bra. What? I need my bra. What are you talking about? I ain't got no bra on and my boobs are like a little bit uneven. I gotta go. So I grab my purse, I get out of there. He still has my bra. I mean, what do you think about it? It could have been worse. It could have been a roach that fell down the back of my throat when we were having sex. That's the silver lining here.
Hi, my name is Ava Victor. This is a story of when I dry humped in a shed for 4 hours. I was in college. I was hot, but I was stupid. I was 20. I have an improviser boyfriend who sucks. But ultimately, I will spread my legs for anybody who says, can I get a one-word suggestion? You in the back, come? Cool. Oh, it was a bad time. And then one night, I was invited to a house party in Chicago. And as we all know, when you're invited to a house party in Chicago, you go. I was there with my friend, Jen. I left her side pretty quickly. Who needs Jen? And this man approached me. Velvet blazer, bleached hair, slender body. A secret. Reminded me of the devil. And he leaned in really close. Shh. And then opened his hand to me. Inside laid a tiny white pill. Have you ever done Molly? And I said, No. I picked it up, plopped it in my mouth, swallowed, the rest was history. The stupidest thing I've ever done. I broke 2 rules. Don't do drugs. I take a drug, I do not know what the drug is. Don't take things from strangers. Given to me by a man I do not know, and who ultimately scares the shit out of me. Everything sucks. Okay, the Molly has become who I am. There's no more Ava. It's simply this bitch who's ready to hump a tree. Let me make this clear. I would have fucked anything I saw. So I ran to go find the guy I was hooking up with. He was in the kitchen talking to his friend over an open dishwasher, helping to take the things out of the dishwasher. That makes him sound like a good guy? Wrong story. He probably wasn't even helping that much. But I think I wanna fuck, dishwasher included. I remember looking at him with, sex eyes, which look like this. Wait, this is sex eyes. That's sex eyes. He could tell that I was fucked up. And I remember being like, come on. I grabbed his hand, brought him outside through the back door. And I remember opening the door and seeing in front of me a gorgeous palace. What it was? A dilapidated, horribly scary wood shed. Probably a murder space. This is it, bitch. I'm gonna fuck in the shed. So I opened the shed and ran inside with him. I can't see a fucking thing. Darkness, maybe some tools, and maybe bodies. There was a wooden ledge, which I immediately put my foot on because I wanted to sort of spread the legs, as we all know. Moving his body so he was right in front of me. We made out. Oh, how we made out. Oh my God. For days. I was high for days. What I remember, his gorgeous hair drifting down his body. What actually happened, beard in my mouth. What I remember, my wet body glistening in the moonlight, like Arwen in The Lord of the Rings, Liv Tyler. What actually probably happened, my sweaty body with no probably fucking deodorant on it, grinding on him and probably hurting him and pinching his dick. Dry humping for 4 hours, absolute bliss. No need for sex. Why need sex when you can do dry hump? Okay. He got blue balls and got bored and wanted to go back hang out with his friends, so we left the shed. It's so sad. The moral of the story is if someone offers you Molly and is wearing a velvet suit and you don't know him or trust him, maybe take it, you're up for a wild ride.
I'm Nick Lehmann, and this is the time my father thought my hookup was an intruder. I am in New York City, and I am interning. I have found the greatest slice of pizza and the source of my depression. I'm living on my parents' couch, much to their chagrin, which, who cares? And also, what does chagrin even really mean? Had just been recently dumped by Caleb after 2 dates, where he told me that I was really bad at giving massages. Fuck you, Caleb. And I can't do much with my hands, but I can do a lot with my mouth. Talk. I don't shut the fuck up. So I am dating around, playing the pool, trying to find the right guy, falling for anyone who pays me any attention whatsoever. Gay marriage had just been legalized, and that summer I decided, I have a new right, so I'm gonna find my husband. I see this guy at my office, day one, and I'm like, I'm gonna marry that guy. He's gonna be mine. He's gonna belong to me. So I spend the entire summer trying to figure out if this guy is into me or not. I continue, dropping hints, stalking him on Facebook and Instagram, finding his grandma's obituary, rest in peace. One day in the kitchen, he says, I like Cocoa Puffs. And I'm like, no, he wants this. We only were a few years apart. He was a nice guy, but when you work in the office, it's hard to, sleep with an intern. Basically, on the last day, I gotta shoot my shot. I was raised well, so I leave him a thank you card. I threw in some inside jokes between the two of us. We hadn't really spoken much, so they were kind of all with myself. It was like, hey, your trip in Cabo from 2011 looked fun, and I leave my number. So next night, I'm out with my friends. I'm having 30 vodka sodas, just living my life. And I get a text. It's this guy. Let's name him Linda. Hey, Nick, wanna meet up? I ditch my friends, toss in half of a pack of gum down the water, doesn't sober me up whatsoever, and I walk into this bar. Linda and I flirt for a bit. I kind of end up just yapping in his face until he asks me to go home. We're really committing. I'm really living this right. We're gonna get married. We hail an Uber. And he's like, so where to? You tell me. And he was like, you tell me. Okay. Well, we could go to my parents' home, but they are there because, I'm an intern. He was like, let's do that. What the fuck? So we get in the Uber and we go to my place, kind of silent the whole way. There's just some music playing. the fuck is going on? Why wouldn't we just go to your place? Like, what are you hiding? Is there a dead body? Do you live in New Jersey? Like, it's fine. And we get to my parents' apartment. We tiptoe into the guest room, which was just a pull-out couch. And Linda is about 7 feet tall. Like, husband material, but this guy is very big. And I'm like a nice 5'9", and I kind of like see him for the first time that night. What are we gonna do with this? And then actually, I look up to my right and there is a poster of our President Barack Obama. I'm in my parents' very liberal home and the poster says, yes, we can. We can really do this. I kind of just like get on my tippy toes, wrap my arms around his neck. I'm like one of those like plush monkeys with Velcro hands. I can barely kiss his lips, but it felt right. So I push him onto the pull-out bed. Timber! That's like hot, I think. And I've watched at least 2 pornos in my life. We kind of like do the thing. We have the sex. It was, in my mind, quite romantic. Timber! But I don't think it went as well for him. I couldn't stop talking about all my feelings for him. I've wanted this to happen all summer. I like that shirt you wore on June 4th. I noticed that you only drink caffeinated tea. What about coffee? To which he responded, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't have to be either. Kind of just, volleyed back and forth. No one knew what kind of position they wanted to be in. It got messy. It wasn't my best. So we finish quickly and I'm ready to send out the save the dates and I hear some feet shuffling outside the bedroom door and I know that foot shuffle belongs to a man and that man is my father. I go outside the room, he's in his boxers, old Jewish man, I'm like Shabbat Shalom. Dad, please go back to your room. He's like, what's going on? Someone's here. He takes that as someone is robbing us. So he freaks out in his delusion, ready to attack this man who I am going to potentially marry. What? Oh, there's an intruder? Oh my God, what do we do? I gotta get my bat. Why do we have a bat in the house? No, Dad, it's a guy. I have a guy over. This is so embarrassing. Please just go back to your room. And he's like, oh my God, is it the guy from work? And I'm like, it is, it's so exciting. And he's like, can I meet him? No, Dad, maybe next time. He's a gay Jewish boy. He's half Jewish, it doesn't matter. Please go back to your room. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna meet him next time. And I'm like, you will. We high five and finally get him to go back to his room. And I grab a glass of water for Linda and I because I'm a gentleman and I hate when my pee is yellow. Then I head back to the room and I open the door and he is standing there fully clothed. Well, what are we doing now? And he was just ready to leave. Sometimes emotions just take over and you gotta go. And I'm going back and forth. I'm on this volleyball field of emotion. Why doesn't he want to be here? Is it because I didn't bring my A game after 30 vodka sodas? Because, he heard my father and he was nervous. Maybe the Obama poster scared him away. I don't really know the reason, but yeah, he left. We didn't get married. I didn't get that right. He just really never wanted to see me again. I always like to think about the reason that he didn't want to go back to his place. And, I heard a rumor that it was because he lived with his parents, which nothing against that. I was with my parents, but, I was an intern. And that's what I'll say about that.